Hi, I'd like to show you how I would make a cave drawing. And I'm working from a photo. And I've got my paper here. And I've got all my art supplies. We're gonna work with what you have and a pencil and some crayons and some chalk. So I start with the paper. And I have my tea, of course. And yours will be nice and flat, but I'm gonna wrinkle these up so it looks like the cave walls. And I think of the cave walls because their only light was from firelight. And you can imagine the firelight flickering on the walls. And they would go out, that was their safe space. And they stayed warm and that's how they stayed alive. And they met all these beasts when they went outside, and they probably were afraid, especially a lot of them were big and scary. I don't know what this is called. Is this some sort of bison maybe?
Yeah, it's a bison. It's actually from Shoga Cave.
Yeah.
And it even has like scratch marks in it.
Oh yeah, from somebody scratching on it.
I think that bears scratched on it. That's what they figured out.
Oh.
They're bear scratches.
Huh.
Because the cave had bears in it after the people left. But anyway.
Interesting. So what I'm going to do, I think I'll work on this lighter paper because for me, the pencil will show up. Although it'll show up on this too. Maybe we'll do two, but real quick. So I'm just going to do a rough outline.
And she's looking at the picture, which you can do.
He's got some antlers. He's got a big, hairy head. And he's got a big hump. And then he comes down and he's got this kind of small rear end. He's got 4 legs. And his legs are kind of skinny for how big his body is. And he's got a couple little twiggies for his tail. And he's got a big belly. And this, I guess this is part of the side, but his big belly's sticking through. And another leg, and then you don't have to spend a lot of time on this. He's got a big hairy chest.
So you're just roughing in
Yeah.
the general shape of...
Because they didn't have photos to work from. They were working from their memories.
Yeah, they didn't have a model standing still for
That's
them.
kind of weird. So I did that all wrong, so I'll change it when I go back. It doesn't really matter what you do. You can scribble it just to get the feel of how big and where to put them on the page. Here's his leg, here's his belly. I think he needs to have a bigger hind. His leg is kind of sticking out. So there's that part of it. Then I'll go, and I think I'll use, I don't have white chalk, but I have gray chalk and black chalk. So I'll use the black, because you probably have the black.
Charcoal?
Yeah, charcoal, chalk. I can't. So let's just kind of fill in the paper. And this will make your fingers dirty, but it's fun. And it shades it in where you want it to. And then you don't even have to draw. You still got chalk on your fingers. Looks like he has a spot on his back. Like a horse. Gotta get that big belly. Nice fat belly. I suppose they chase these down to eat them. And what did they have? They just had sticks and stones.
They had stones tipped spears, I think. Because this is Stone Age.
And then you gotta get those great antlers.
Yeah.
And he had an eyeball way up there. And he has this great nose and beard.
All right, so that's sort of step 1. And I'm going to pause this and we're going to do a little more work and then we'll come back for some
Well,
other
we're gonna
parts.
spray it, so it, but we have to take the spray outside because it's so stinky.